Hey everybody, it's PuNkShoO here. A little bit of a story behind this guy. Today we're going to be talking about the Mod006. I'm just going to do a bit of an unboxing here, see what's in the box. The story is basically this. I've been looking for a sky blue Mod007 for a while, and I was in touch with Akko, and I was told that the product was discontinued. Well, about a week after that, they announced that they were releasing the Mod006. So, what did I do? I ordered the Sky Blue Mod006. And funny story behind that is that a week after that, they released the Sky Blue Mod007 back in stock. So, I've got a Mod007 on the way. But today, we're going to take a look at the Mod006 and we'll see if old PuNkShoO is interested in an exploded 75% without a knob that has been replaced by a badge. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I haven't actually opened this yet, so I'm kind of excited myself. It's really stuck. There we go. Whoops. So we get the sleeve that you normally get with Akko products. And then we get the fairly nicely packaged, or fairly nice package here as well. So when we open this guy up, it should be met with the other parts. They do a pretty good job packaging their boards, that's for sure. Alright, so get the user manual. And then we get gaskets and the components, and there is the badge there. There we go. Interesting badge. I forget what it stands for. They tell you on the listing though. But yeah, this is I don't know. I don't know how. This is more sky blue than I anticipated. So this is modeled after the Akko Mod007 V2, which they specifically started shipping them in a configuration that's not already assembled. So what I'm finding very interesting is there are gaskets already on here, but they're the silicone variety. So we'll take a look at that here in just a moment. So again, there's hardware. So we got screws, the light pipes for the LEDs, and then yeah, pretty much all the hardware that you'll need to get it assembled. And here is our bottom half. Now this is what I was hopeful for, because it does include, out of here, it does include a PC plate, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. Comes with fairly nice, it's not a braided cable, but it is a pretty nice coiled cable. So there's our bottom. Here is our top. Anyway, this is our top, this is our bottom, and I'm very happy about this, and that it does ship with the PC plate. So now this is the first time I've actually opened one of these mod boards. I wanted to see how robust they were compared to Keycon's Q offerings. I did get a Mod007 in Midnight Blue, but I ended up reselling that because that was kind of like my last ditch effort at trying to get a Mod007. So see if I can't, now that plastic's gone. So it's pretty good quality, both inside and out. It is anodized. I don't I don't really see any major flaws. You guys let me know if you see any major flaws. But that looks pretty good so far. It's pretty light, and then the base is feeling pretty hefty. And then here are those gaskets I was mentioning previously. So it comes with silicone gaskets all the way around. So those are already on there. Oh, and that's cool. So they are like boots. A little boot here that goes over top. So that is... Get some more light over here. There we go. So it's got like a little opening that goes over top of the part on the plate here. So this is a north facing PCB, so you may have some interference from cherry profile keycaps. However, Akko stands behind the fact that if you use their switches, their CS switches, in combination with their cherry profile, that it will not have any clearance issues. And then these are the TTC hot swap sockets. So that's pretty cool. Pretty neat. It's supposed to have a lot better lifespan or something like that from what I was reading. That may just be their new V2s or whatever, but it's pretty neat because you mostly see Kale on these hot swap sockets. So again, it's aluminum plate, but as an avid gasket mount enjoyer, we do get a nice flexible PC plate. So we get the PC plate, which I will be using. It does have the standoffs built into it. I don't know if I'll clip those off or not. We'll see how flexible it is with the standoffs in it. I mean, it does have, you know, some flex cuts. And then there is some included foams here. This appears to be some sort of, I think this is silicone. Not entirely sure. Maybe you guys can give me some insight on that. I don't know if it's silicone or, I mean, it's definitely not PE. So it's either silicone or Poron. So we get that. So could potentially eliminate having to do any sort of tape mod and mute it. And then we've got a nice sheet of Poron with the hot swaps cut out. So this is nice too. And it's quite a bit more shallow. Quite a bit more shallow than Q1. So that's cool. And it definitely feels robust like I expected. So I don't have a Q1 on hand right now for comparison. I have to disassemble it, but you can see here this is pretty thick. I mean, and as far as the you know, the gasket areas go, they could stand to be a couple millimeters deeper. Let's take a look at the top and see if, oh yeah, if you look here at the top, they're pretty deep. So I'm curious to see what kind of flex we're gonna get out of this, because I do like a flexi board. So if we put these two halves together, it has some heft. I will invest in a scale at some point, so that way I can actually weigh things like this, but I don't know if you can see that. But it looks like there's plenty of room for the gaskets to flex. So I'm really excited for this. I've recently switched over to a palm plate with my Q1 and was very happy with the amount of flex that I was able to get back from that versus the aluminum. So I like that we've got included foam here, so you're not having to go aftermarket. And then you may consider adding something to that, you know, a sheet of EVA or something if you're looking to go for a little bit poppier signature. But I think the stock sound signature will be pretty decent, providing that we don't need to do a force break. But if we need to do a force break, I mean, there's plenty of room to do the force breaks, so we'll handle that when the time comes. So I am pretty excited for this. Might help if I put the plate on properly. So let's take a look and see what kind of hardware we get. So in the bag we get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24 boron gaskets, and they're pretty thick. I'd say they're comparable to the Q1 stock gaskets, but they're definitely thicker than the D65 gaskets that I had to double up on for the new palm plate. And then here's you get the light pipe. It sits here. You can see here there's 3 holes, so it's gonna sit inside like this. Not my favorite design, but I get it. You know, they use it on their other models, so it makes the cost of production a little cheaper. And then pretty sure this says Year of the Tiger or something, if I remember correctly, but we'd have to take a look. So if anybody can read that, I can't. So I'd be happy to know what it says specifically, not just what Akko tells me. So I'd appreciate that. And then here we've got our baggie of hardware. I don't really want to take it all out, but I'll take one out to kind of show you guys. I do like when manufacturers use the hex. So it's a hex bolt, which is nice. It's got some length to it. I'm assuming these are for the backs, and you've got some smaller ones for the fronts. And if you don't have the appropriate tools, I strongly recommend that you go and you buy yourself an inexpensive $10 to $15 screwdriver kit like this. These cost about 25 bucks. They're essentially, you know, they're kind of a knockoff of, you know, iFixit. But I've been using these professionally to repair computers for about 5 years now. But you can pick up something like this that has a few different bits that will work with our hobby. And something like this is like $10. So I definitely recommend doing that, because these can be a pain in the butt to work with. And a lot of times I find that they'll, you know, because of the angle that you're torquing and there's a lot of bendy, rather than coming straight down, there's not a lot of surface area. So you have a tendency to come in at an angle and you can strip your screws very easily. So there you have it. We've got our hardware, we've got gaskets, light pipe, an extra baggie after we're all done, and our badge. And that's interesting because this badge also has like a weird thing on it, so that way you can, I guess that's where you screw it in, but I feel like you could also use it as a charm, because there's nothing on the PCB. That's not the PCB. Here's the PCB. You can actually, if you were feeling feisty enough, there is a place to do a switch instead of a badge. So you can actually use that as an extra switch if you wanted to. I wonder if the Akko software will allow you to sign that, because I know their software is a little bit limited and these boards don't have QMK support yet. But anyway, here is the Akko Mod006. I'm looking forward to building it. I'm not sure what keycaps or switches I'm going to put on it. I have ordered some milk keycaps, which I think will look really cool with this blue. It is much lighter than I was anticipating by the Mod006 renders. It actually does look like the sky blue that I can expect with the Mod007. So I have ordered milk keycaps, which are really cool. I will put those on the screen. And I'm thinking about going with these, as well as maybe pairing them with some strawberry milk switches, just to have kind of a fun theme. I'm not entirely sure. I do have some CJs that I ordered for this, but let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll throw those on a build here later on this week after those keycaps get here. So there you have it, Mod006. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the build video and some sound tests coming out of this bad boy. Y'all have a good one.